So on my previous video, I have made a tutorials on how you can create online tools like calculators or converters to a WordPress website. And we can use AI like Cursor AI, Windsurf, or maybe Firebase Studio to generate the code, and then we can copy and paste the code into the WordPress website. Now, these tools are great, and I think there are so many websites utilizing some sort of simple online tools that doesn't require any server or backend. But what if you want to create something that is more unique and more personalized? So I'm talking about creating an online tool, but it is being powered by AI. And I have seen many websites started utilizing AI to offer some services on their website. Now, this is just one example. This website offers a tool where you can enter details like your age, your gender, body height, body weight, and then it will use AI to craft a unique diet plan based on the information that you have provided. And I think there is a value of giving a unique answer to the visitors because it is going to be more personalized and it's going to be much useful because not everyone will be the same. And there is also another tool. This is from Ahrefs, where you can create titles based on a topic. And I think this is going to be very useful. And of course, every time you are entering a topic, AI will be used to generate title ideas. For example, if I want to, let's say, create a video about how to create a WordPress website. Let's say that's a topic, and then I can generate titles, and it is going to be sending my query to AI. I don't know what AI model that is being used, but it is definitely generative AI, just like ChatGPT, and it will generate answer based on my query and also based on the system prompt that was used by this website. And every time I generate something, it is going to be unique. It is going to be different on different users. So that's the value of using AI when you're creating an online tool. So how do you create something like this using WordPress? Well, it's not that difficult, but there are more things that you need to do if you want to create an AI-powered app on your WordPress website. So you can create something like this. You can create, AI title generator, or you can also create AI chatbot for your customers if you want to. And we can do that without any line of code. Basically, we are not going to write a single line of code because, again, we are going to be using AI to generate all the code. And also, there is no server setup at all. We are going to just use whatever available on WordPress to do all of this. And I'm going to show you how you can do it. And it is a bit more different than the previous tutorial, but it is not that difficult. So my goal here is that I'm going to recreate this tool. I'm going to create a simple AI title generator, and basically it is going to allow me to generate unique title ideas based on a topic. So first, what you need to do to create an AI powered tool for your WordPress website is that you have to choose what is the AI editor that you want to use. There are so many options. We have Cursor, we have Bold, Loopable, there is also V0, there is also Cursor AI, and in this case, I'm going to be using Windsurf AI. That's the software that I trust when it comes to creating code. And you can actually download this by going to this website, or you can also just check out the link in the video description. And I actually have made a tutorial on how you can install this on your computer. If you never use Windsurf, you can check it out. But once you're done, you can open the app and we can start creating the AI-powered app for your WordPress website. All right, so I'm going to open Windsurf. Let me show you what it looked like. This is the Windsurf AI code editor. So originally it looks something like this. This is where you can see all the files later, and this is where you can see all the codes. All will appear right here. And also, if you want to use AI, you have to open the Cascade menu, and this is where you can write the prompt to generate the AI tool. And this is going to be the most interesting and also a bit more difficult task because it's the step where you have to be very much involved. Okay, so I have this prompt, which I think I'm going to show it on the browser to make it more visible. All right, so this is the prompt that I'm going to be using. You can pause this video and you can, copy and paste it into your AI code editor, but I'm going to put this into the video description. So let me just show you what my prompt The first thing that I'm going to say is that I want to generate an AI-powered app for my WordPress website where the visitors could use it. Please only generate an HTML and PHP file that work in unison. I usually just provide some sort of context about what kind of tool that I want to create. It is very useful to get AI understand about your goal. And then here you have to describe, or basically you have to tell AI, what is this tool for? What is the function of this tool? Which in this case, I tell AI that it is going to be AI title generator, and then this tool will generate 3 unique title ideas based on the topic that the user has provided. The AI must follow the templates that I provided. Okay, I'm going to explain about the template later. And then here, there is some instructions about what the HTML file would look like. And by the way, I forgot to mention that we are going to create 2 different files. The first one is going to be HTML file for the front end, and then we're going to create a PHP file for the back end. That's basically the only 2 files that we need to create an AI powered tool for WordPress. So this is the HTML file instruction. You can, pause this video and then you can copy it, and you can actually customize this if you want to, but you can customize the accent color, you can customize the style, etc. But generally speaking, don't change too much unless if you know what you're doing. Okay, that was for the HTML file. Now let's move on to the PHP file, because this is also quite important. So here, generate PHP file that will be processing the WordPress REST API endpoint. And I think the most important part of this section is that this section. So there are a few points that would dictate what AI model that I'm going to be using for this project. So in this case, I'm going to be using Mistral AI. You can use Gemini, you can also use ChatGPT, OpenAI, and many other AI models, but I think I'm going to be using Mistral because it is easy to use. Actually, ChatGPT is also easy to set up, but the pricing is a lot better. Remember, you are going to have to pay for the AI model. Every generation will cost some money, so that's one thing to consider here. And basically, I'm going to be using Whisper AI, and then I provided the documentation, which is basically the instruction about how to implement the AI model. And of course, Windsurf AI can actually visit this page, so it should be able to get the latest implementation of this AI model. And then for the AI model name, I'm going to specify that in this case, I'm going to be using, sorry about that, I'm going to be using Mistral 3B 24.10. I don't know what is the last number, but basically this is the cheapest AI model from Mistral. It's only costing like $0.04 per million token, which I think is just ridiculously inexpensive. So that's the model that I'm gonna be using. And then let's go back to the prompting again. And oh yeah, I forgot to copy that, so I have to copy this. This is Mistral 3B later, so you have to specify the model, because in any AI model platform, or in any platform, there could be multiple AI models, so you have to specify the model that you want to use. So let me just copy this, and then let's go back to the prompt, and I'm going to paste this, and let's remove this. Okay, so the API key, so I have to create API key. Let's go to Mistral again, sorry, not Mistral, Mistral AI. You can navigate to Mistral console.mistral.ai/API keys. And then here I'm going to create new key. Let's call this one AI title generator. And by the way, you can actually get API keys for free. You don't have to pay for anything, especially for just testing. And I actually never pay anything for Mistral, so I think this is going to be awesome. Let's create new key, and let's copy the key. And you have to create your own key. By the way, I'm going to remove this key anyway. So let's go back and let's paste the API key right here. Alright, so this is now the most interesting part. Utilize RAG to read this headline template before answering the user. Okay, this is the part that I have explained a bit more. So my goal here is that I want AI to generate titles, but not just random titles, because what's the point if they can just do the same using ChatGPT? So I actually have prepared a template that I have created based on various contents that I read. So these are just some title ideas that AI could learn and then implement on the answer. So here I have this document. It's a simple text file that I'm going to upload to my WordPress website. And then I'm going to put the text links, the .txt link into this prompt. So let me go back to my WordPress website and let's navigate to media. And I'm going to upload basically this file into my WordPress website. So just drag and drop the file like that. And this is basically the file. And I'm going to copy this and I'm going to paste that right here. So that's basically the link that AI must read when it comes to answering the user query. And also I provided the documentation about implementation of RAG, which is retrieval augmented generation, which basically just extra document that AI could read. And it is just the documentation that Windsurf could learn from it. And I guess that's basically it. I think that's the only things that you have to customize other than the title generator and also the description. And here I'm going to just select all. Let's copy and then let's go back to Windsurf again. And let me just paste this right here. So this is the prompt, and for the model I do recommend to use GPT 4.1. You can also use GPT or Mini High, which is just added very recently, and you can also use Cloud 3.7 Sonnet because it is also very good, but I'm gonna go with GPT 4.1. And when you're done, you can just send the message and just wait for AI in Windsurf to generate the code, which is going to take maybe less than 2 minutes. And then later I'm going to show you how you can copy and paste the code into your WordPress website. So I'll be right back. Alright, so all the files have been created. You can see that there are 2 files that were created by Windsurf. There is this PHP file and then there is also this HTML file. Now let's click accept all, and we basically is ready to just copy and paste the code into the WordPress website. But usually I'm going to check the PHP file first because AI is often not adhering the request when it comes to the name of the model. I see this very often where you explicitly mention the model that you want to use, but the model that is being mentioned in the code is different. So I'm going to look at that and make sure that it's actually the exact model that I want to use, which is Ministral 3B, not Mistral, Ministral. That's one detail there. And there you go. So you can hear that the model is Mistral 3B latest. It is not Mistral, it is Ministral. So I have to correct AI here, and it's a quite common problem when it comes to the name, because Mistral and Ministral, they sound kind of similar. So maybe AI thought that I was making a mistake, but I wasn't. It's really called Ministral 3B latest. So let me just save it. And so that's basically it. That's I think that's the only thing that I'm going to change. And I would say everything else look all right. All right, so let me just copy the HTML first. So you can click this and then you can press Ctrl A on the keyboard, Ctrl C to copy, and then let's minimize. And then let's go back to WordPress. I'm going to create a new post. You can also create a new page, but I think I'm going to be using a WordPress post. It doesn't really matter actually. And let's call this one AI title generator. And here let's type / and then custom HTML. Enter, and then I'm going to just paste the code right here, and it doesn't show anything for some reason, but yeah, I hope it is actually showing in the live page. I want to make sure that it is actually working. Oh, there you go. So this is what the tool look like. Okay, it's all right. I cannot preview it right here, but that's perfectly okay. So let me just publish this page first, and now let's go to the plugin. Okay, there is one plugin that you have to install. First, let's navigate to plugins and click add a new plugin. And then here you want to search for code snippets. So we are going to put the PHP code right there via code snippets. That's, in my opinion, the easiest way to do so. You can actually skip it and just put it into a new PHP file in your WordPress theme directory, but honestly, this method is a lot more convenient and a lot easier to manage later. Alright, so I'm going to go to code snippets and I'm going to click add new. Alright, so let's call this one AI title generator backend. And let's go to Windsurf again. Let's go to PHP file, Control A, Control C, minimize, and you can paste the code right here. And after that, let's click save changes and activate. Alright, now the snippet code has been created and activated. Now let's go back to this AI title generator page and let's click visit post, and I'm going to test whether or not this tool is actually going to work. Okay, enter your topic. Let's say I want to create content about how to cook a, let's say, ramen. Generate titles. And there you go. So this is the result. It's not perfect because there is this number and then there is this number again, but it is not difficult to fix. You can always go back and ask AI to fix the problem, or you can also just edit the prompt manually if you want to. And I would say, based on the reading, it seems to be based on the template that I provided. But let's do one more thing again. Let's try one more topic. Let's say the topic is how to, let's say not how to, how about tips to visit, let's say, Bali for the first time. That's the topic, and let's click generate titles. And yeah, I would say this is really good. So this answer is based on AI. It is not the same answer. There's not, you know, some sort of repetitive answer. Every time user entering a topic, it is going to be unique. And remember, I'm incorporating this headline, this template that I provided. So it is going to be different than when you are using AI to generate title ideas. It is going to be different. It's going to be following this document. So I think that's basically it. And as long as you're not exposing the API key into the front end here, it is safe. So you have to keep your API key right here in the backend. Do not expose it to the public. It is important, and I think many people are not really understand that, but do not put the API key into the front end. So I think that's my only advice when it comes to using AI or incorporating AI in your WordPress tools. So I guess that's basically it. That's how you can create an AI powered tool for your WordPress website, and we are using AI to generate the code. Pretty cool, right? So if you find this video to be useful, then feel free to subscribe to this channel, because this channel is more about creating amazing tools with no coding. We are just vibe coding, just sending prompt and then implement the code that was generated by AI. So thank you so much for sticking to the end, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.